I would agree.
So, we mentioned like health insurance options. People just don't know they have options. What are the health insurance options? Because most people think either private or right now ACA.
Right. So most people are used to traditional insurance. And when I say traditional, that means somebody who's paying a copay or a deductible and coinsurance. Because they don't realize that there's something else out there, there are lots of different options. So depending upon whether you're under a group plan right now or your spouse is under a plan and you can't afford that, or it's just become more expensive than you expected, or if you have a small group and you want to be able to provide them with options. There's individual health insurance options out there. There's short-term individual options out there, and you can structure them as a group, which is really nice. So there's lots of different plans that we can look at. Once I know what somebody needs and how they use your insurance, I can really help guide them on what options there are for them.
Is this something you run into with a lot of people not knowing how their chiropractic's covered?
Yeah, all the time, because in how we do chiropractic too, because we do kind of a specialty sort of almost service in chiropractic, it's not covered a lot. Like the codes that we charge, the time we spend, it just doesn't get covered even by traditional plans that quote unquote have a lot of chiropractic coverage. So, I give your name all the time. Some of the, I would say, things I get a lot, though, is, they're either on an employer insurance or their spouse's insurance, so they don't think that there's a different option.
They think that's the only
option. They think
that's
the only option, and I have to take advantage of that, when maybe don't take advantage of that, try something else. But it really does depend on how, like, what you need. Mm-hmm. And that's what you do, is help them. Like, if you do use prescriptions, or if you, let's say you never go to the doctor and you use more natural health care like chiropractic, you're going to be able to give them options that gets at least some of that covered rather than nothing.
Right.
So, yeah, I run into it all the time, and it's just, I got to get people to understand, like, there are options, and it doesn't cost them to call you and just see what they are.
Exactly.
So that would be that's always my biggest push, is just call you and see what there is.
Well, if chiropractors are running into it, then everybody's running into it.
Right.
They just don't know there's options.
Yeah.
That's usually the biggest thing we hear people they go, well, is it legal?
Yeah.
Because I think there couldn't be something other than being scammed, right? What do you mean, like, my insurance can help me, or an agent would help me?
Yeah.
Like, an agent wanting to help me save money is like that doesn't compute in their brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is lots of options out there, and there's a lot of share plans out there that people are attracted towards because of the price point. Mm-hmm. We are a highly regulated field, so the Texas Department of Insurance regulates everything we do. So I promise you that all the plans that I sell, have been vetted and approved by the Texas Department of Insurance. Whereas if it's a share plan and it's not true insurance, you may not have, if they don't pay a claim, you may not have legal recourse.
So a share plan would be like the Christian different groups.
It may have a religious affiliation, or it may have a non-religious affiliation, but they consider them share and not health insurance. So they're not regulated under the TDI.
Yeah, a lot of scary stories from that.
I have had a lot of scary stories. I've had some credit ruined. I've had some claims not paid. Okay. But a lot of people really like it and haven't had an issue with it. So, again, it's about finding the right thing that fits you and your needs and how you like to use your insurance. And the other thing is, you know what? Some of us have our favorite pair of jeans, and we've just worn those favorite pair of jeans for the last couple of years, but something in our life has changed. Yeah. And those jeans don't fit quite as well as they used to. Maybe they're a little looser, you hope, or maybe they're a little tighter,
Yeah.
Insurance is the same way. Your needs in your life may have changed. You might have had a baby. Your kids might have left the house. There's different things that have happened. You might be approaching Medicare. You might want to retire. So there's all kinds of things that change in your life that would change how you use your insurance. Gotcha. And so that's why it's good to take a look at your insurance and how you're using it and if it needs to change.
Huh.